This is called the Superior Cadet Awards. They're presented to two of our most outstanding cadets that have truly led the way on everything that JROTC embodies: leadership, teamwork, character development, drill competition, community service, and academic excellence. This year's awardees are the Battalion Commander and the Battalion Executive Officer, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Vincent Lordo and Cadet Major Cohen Self.
For the past 7 years, and however many Sergeant Curry's been here, they have been working together with the St. James ROTC High School students. They have been leading us by teaching us the process of becoming an outstanding soldier. They have both set examples of what is expected from each of us to become the best soldier possible. The end result will be that each of us will be capable of leading others and thus become an outstanding example of what a soldier is capable of doing to protect our country. Tonight, we want to recognize each of you for your service to our country, your dedication and sacrifice for our freedom and this country. At this time, I would like to introduce Joan Wobbleton from Quilts of Valor Foundation. Joan and Jim Wobbleton live in Murrells Inlet.
Thank you. Good evening. I want to thank St. James High School for allowing us to attend tonight's award ceremony. I'm Joan Wobbleton, this is my husband Jim, and Jean Kleiber. We represent the Quilts of Valor Foundation. What is Quilts of Valor? The foundation was started in 2003 by our founder, Catherine Roberts. Her son was deployed to Iraq, and one night she had a dream. And in that dream, she saw a man sitting on the side of a bed. He was hunched over and suffering from war demons. Today, we call that PTSD. A quilt was placed around his shoulders, and he seemed to be comforted. Thus began the Quilts of Valor. The mission of Quilts of Valor is to cover all service members and veterans with a comforting and healing quilt. We now cover all those who have been in during the following combat eras: World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Latin America, Desert Storm, Desert Shield, Iraq, and Afghanistan. In the last 12 years, Quilts of Valor has awarded over 117,000 quilts in the United States and overseas. When the veterans receive their quilt, there's a label on the back. In the lower corner, the label is called a Quilt of Valor. The label will contain the name of the person who made the top, the person who quilted the quilt, the name and date of the recipient receiving their quilt. Each quilt will also have a case, a thank you card, and a certificate. Tonight we are pleased to be here to award the two leaders of the St. James High School ROTC. With the following two gentlemen come forward. Retired Colonel Salucci, retired Sergeant First Class Patrick J. Curry, each of those will be getting a certificate, and I'm going to read this to Colonel Salucci and Sergeant Curry. On behalf of the Quilts of Valor Foundation, in recognition of your service and sacrifice for this nation, it is a privilege to serve, honor, and comfort upon you through the award of this Quilt of Valor, though we may never know the depth of your sacrifice to protect and defend the United States of America. As a gesture of gratitude of a grateful nation, we award you these Quilts of Valor. We want to explain the case that we put with our quilts, and it looks like a flag, and there's a company in Kingstree, it's called Embroidery Solution, and they make these that go in flags. We've never used a flag, but they come from the company that these will eventually go into a flag. If there is a flaw in one of the stars, they were throwing them away, and they asked us, Quilts of Valor, if we could use them, and we said, yes, we can. We never throw anything away, and so we now make cases for them. And we are just thrilled to award you both these quilts.
I would also like to give a thanks to Ms. Stanton, the front desk clerk, for